There are so many interesting, horrifying, or downright weird things in this big world of ours.
Each week, we'll bring you a new true crime story that has little to no coverage in English.
Let us do the translations so you don't have to.
What are we
Ha,
doing?
I don't know. Well, hello. Hello, everyone. This is the podcast Translation Murder. It's our New Year's episode, the first episode of the year, I guess. Or the episode of the New Year.
Or the last episode
I'm not sure.
of the
But,
previous or the current year.
Yeah.
but
Should we
anyway,
decide this? Well, let's see. It's our New Year's
Yeah.
episode.
yeah. I mean, it's
Yeah.
festive theme, no matter when we launch it,
Yes.
air it,
Absolutely.
whatever. So our New Year's episode, and we will just talk about random topics related to crime. So,
Some news, some interesting crime-related news that we picked out because of our personal interest or because it's a famous case, I guess, with some new
Or-
development.
Yeah, or just happened upon it like I did, which, browsing through Facebook and Instagram that, of course the algorithm kind of suggests some random shit to you. So I'm like, ooh, that's interesting.
I was
But yeah.
even wondering, there's this one case that I think is maybe the most interesting, or I don't know, or maybe the most interesting for many people. I was wondering if you will also pick it out, like one of you, and maybe you did. So let's see.
But it's fine. Then we can discuss about it more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
And how many news do you have? I have 3.
I just have one.
I have 1 to 3, but I'll just go with the flow and see which one I
Yeah.
will discuss, which
Yeah.
one I want. So
Mm.
maybe Victoria can start if you have. Then we
Okay.
know if it's something we already have, at least.
Yeah. So I'll start with the one that I think maybe you also have. I came across this on Facebook, like randomly scrolling, but I was really glad because it's kind of super relevant today. Did you know that Gypsy Rose Blanchard, who is
Yes. Yes.
okay, yeah, Lori probably know. Like, her case is pretty famous. She became kind of infamous for conspiring to kill her mother, who was very abusive towards her. So anyways, she spent her 85% of her prison sentence, and she is actually getting released from prison today when we are recording this episode, so 28th of December.
Yeah, I knew it was coming up, like this, because so basically to fill Petra in a bit more, so it wasn't just abuse, it was like this Munchausen's by proxy.
Yeah.
So the mother shaved her head, the mother like made her think that she was sick, gave her actual medication to kind of make her sick, made her wheelchair bound even though she could walk, like basically
Was this something that became a movie?
it became
Yes. There's a documentary. There's also a movie that was
because I think I've seen the trailer of the movie.
Yeah, it's yeah. So basically, then she had this disease or whatever, and she believed her mom, and the mom would always get these like free things, the cancer societies and stuff, or these Make-A-Wish Foundation where they go to Disneyland and this type of stuff, and so everybody knew that Gypsy Rose was ill or
they
terminal
thought
or
that she had
something.
like cancer, and I think like several things, and she even like her mom even had some medical procedures done on her. I think her salival glands were removed, her teeth were removed.
Like so many fucked up things, and then none of the doctors basically questioned it, or if they did, and then the mom caught on, and then she'd just take her to a different hospital, to get different treatment somewhere else, and like whatever. So the mother from all intents and purposes, just wanted the attention because that's what all the people also in her circle said that she wanted. You know, she was kind
Mm.
of mentally unstable because that's with this disease or whatever this diagnosis. You know, Munchausen's or Munchausen's by proxy. It's a psychological disorder. So anyway,
Yeah.
it's interesting. So then,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
go on. You're the one
Yeah,
that
so
brought up this
so
case. Yeah.
so what happened is that I think Gypsy met a guy online probably, and they
Yes,
started a relationship.
yeah, so it was basically, I don't know, why do I know this much? I don't know why I remember this much information. It's been a couple of
I mean,
years,
it's
I
a
think,
pretty
since I.
yeah, it's a pretty like well-known case, but if you remember all the details, then go ahead.
Yeah, or so from what I remember, they started chatting and doing some like, was it either some forum or something? There was some like role play stuff in there, etc. And this guy, he now I'm mixing it up with this other one that happened in Canada, who is the werewolf dude. Okay, never mind. But yeah, so I think they just started talking and stuff, and the mother didn't want, like, Gypsy had to basically do this within secrecy because the mother
Mhm.
and Gypsy had a shared Facebook account,
Ah, true. Yes.
and so Gypsy basically had to kind of go on the down low and whatever, and yeah, basically message this guy and stuff. And Gypsy doesn't even know her real age at this point. She doesn't even know how old she is because the mother lied about this too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like all sorts of fucked up. And then basically
I
then
think
this.
only like around this time when she was like not even a teenager. How old was she? Because now she's 32.
Yeah, yeah. I think she was like 16 or something, like 15, something like that, like
Mm.
mid-teens, I want to say. But what the crazy thing is that they actually, the father paid child support and stuff, and was like all intents and purposes like a good dad, and just like, yeah, he seemed like a really nice guy, at least the dad in my mind, and the the newer wife or whatever seemed really nice from what I remember. Very supportive, but yeah, so just let the mom do kind of whatever, but the mom would bad talk the dad, and yeah. So anyway, just really sorts of fucked up
Yeah, and no one, of
case.
course, knew that Gypsy was not actually sick, and even she didn't
No,
know. But then
no,
because her mom was so controlling, I think when she started to get older, she realized that something is not okay, and then
yeah,
try to like get away or do, normal things that you would do as a teenager. So
yeah,
then they started a relationship with this guy, and I don't exactly remember the details, but basically they came up with this plan that the only way for her to get away from her mom is if her mom is dead. And then I don't know who suggested it, but basically they planned that her then boyfriend would kill her mom. And then that's what happened, but I don't remember the exact circumstances. She was like hiding in the house. And then I think her boyfriend stabbed her mom.
okay, maybe, yeah. Either
Yeah.
bludgeoned or stabbed. It wasn't strangulation
Mm.
or anything. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, the boyfriend's name is Nicholas Godejohn, I think. And her
yeah,
mom's
yeah,
name is Dee Blanchard.
yeah, yeah. Fuck.
So, so yeah, so she basically, what happened is that Gypsy accepted a plea deal in 2016 for second-degree murder.
Mhm.
And she was sentenced to like 10 years, maybe, or something like that. Or maybe 9 years, I don't know. And
Yeah.
now I don't, a lot of people think that she shouldn't even have gone to prison in the first place, and I kind of agree with that. I'm actually glad that
Mhm.
she got out, because I think if that's kind of your norm, you grow up in this
Yeah.
situation that you have like you don't know what are kind
Yeah.
of normal things in society, or how, or like kind of that you have other ways to get away
No,
from
I
your
I
abusive
agree.
mother.
I
Yeah.
agree, and I don't know if like this is gonna be an unpopular opinion or whatever, but like I don't really frankly care because I just feel that if you've been manipulated your whole life, told to lie, and you've also been made sick by your mother, who is supposed to be there to protect you, who is
Yeah.
supposed to be there with your best intentions, and they have been like lying to you your whole life. You don't even know how old you are. Has taken your damn teeth out. Your like was it tear duct or no sweat glands or whatever the hell, like the salivation glands
Yeah.
in your mouth. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
And she did such torturous and horrible things, and like not to mention probably the psychological torture that she had to go through behind walls, you know. Like, it's one thing, oh, Dee Dee was such a loving, caring mother, but was she? Like, she had to at
No.
least kept her under her thumb, like, you know, like out in the world people probably thought she was, but no, there has to be also some psychological manipulation for sure. And
Definitely.
it's
Yeah.
just it's so fucked, and I'm just like, not saying that anybody deserves to die. I would have preferred, for instance, if the mother had gone to jail for many, many
Mm.
decades and then
Yeah.
like actually had gotten justice, and then two lives wouldn't have been ruined because like the boyfriend, sure, okay, yes, he did the murder, but at the same time, like
And he is in prison, by the way,
exactly.
for life without the
Yeah.
possibility of parole.
Which is fucked. And his life is also now ruined because this mother was
Mm.
such a fucking horrible monster that maybe even some people should have like the doctor should have tried a bit harder. Yeah, okay. Like you kind of knew. There I mean some doctors even caught on and then they went to a different hospital. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah. Yeah.
just feel like there's all these like these loopholes that they kind of jumped through and went through and like fell through the system.
Yeah.
And if she's dead, I'm not sad about it, to be honest. But I
Yeah.
don't think she should
I'm of
but I
course. Yeah.
yeah, I don't think she should have been killed, but since it happened, I'm not sad. Like, is the
Yeah.
world a
Yeah.
better
Mm.
place or worse place? It's what it is. But I'm just like,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I have
I
no
kind
strong
of
opinion.
agree. I don't think it's that, yes, great that they killed her. No, I think it's
No, no.
horrible that
Yeah.
that it even came to this, and
Yes.
they felt
Yes.
like there's no, or she felt like there's no other way out. So I think it's like,
Mhm.
it's horrible. Like, I don't think she should have been killed. Like, I don't know who to blame here because it's such a
Yeah.
complicated
Yeah,
case.
but I would
And I
Yeah.
don't
somehow
think we need
like
to blame anyone.
No.
yeah, but let's like if someone has but this is more a philosophical question about the
Mm.
value of life and the right to live. Like if you are kidnapped and tortured and your only way to escape this place would be
Mm.
to kill the person who is doing
Yeah.
that to you,
Yeah.
Mm.
what is morally right? I think
Yeah.
I
there
mean, you
should
could
still
argue
be
that
yeah.
Yeah.
that was not her only way to get away, and it's probably true. But I think under the circumstances, she didn't have the ability to.
I mean, she was young. She was basically even emotionally and psychologically younger than what she is
Yeah,
biologically because her mother made her think that way. Like, her
Yeah.
mother infantilized her and turned her into a child, and therefore she has no recourse or actions to be an adult, even if she technically was an adult when this crime
Yeah.
occurred, in my opinion. And that's what I would have defended if I was her public
Mhm.
defender or something. Like, she has not, even though
But
she
I
is an
do
adult.
think that she was defended quite well because I think in
Mm.
the state it has a death sentence. So if it was a so-called normal case, she could have
Yeah.
gotten a death sentence, but now she got under 10 years
Yeah.
sentence. So I guess
Yeah,
in the
Yeah.
US terms, that was actually
Yeah.
quite a
yeah,
short sentence
Yeah.
for murder.
and she
Yeah.
accepted this plea deal. That's why she
Mhm.
got such a short
Yeah.
sentence
Yeah.
trial.
Yeah.
Then,
Yeah, which makes me feel a bit happy that like the prosecutors and stuff like actually had mercy in this regard because I mean everybody knows it's just such a fucked up case,
yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
But I mean, of
Yeah.
course, her mom was mentally ill too, like Munchausen by
Yes.
proxy. It's
Yes, yes, yes.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
So
think
it's
this
not
is
like.
as you say, this is also a problem of the system of the
Mhm.
Mm.
because I understood that there were doctors who were like, okay, this is
Mm.
suspicious, this
Yes.
is odd, but they didn't
Yes.
report her to the social
Or they
services.
did,
So,
they tried to, and then I
but
think
then,
there were some doctors who actually spoke up or were like, this is interesting why she's
yeah,
insisting upon these certain medications, certain like whatever, and then
yeah,
oh yeah, that was the other part. the files from New Orleans, because apparently that was one of the stories, that they were living in New Orleans, and then Hurricane Katrina happened, and then all the medical files got
True.
deleted. So that was one of the factors. And then so she went to different medical facilities after that. So there
Yeah.
was no medical records, or so everybody
Yeah, so
thought,
bad
basically.
luck
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
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 And I've seen some comments, and I feel like people they either have this opinion that great that she is getting out now and she should have never gone to prison, and then some other people are kind of blaming her because of her ex-boyfriend is now in prison for
Yeah.
life. But I think that's like kind of too black and white.
Mm.
Like I don't think one or the other is true. It's like kind of
Yeah.
all sorts of fucked up, this whole story. Like
Yeah. I mean,
we shouldn't really blame one person here.
Yeah.
I agree. And I think, like, for instance, that's what I kind of feel bad for. The guy, even though he is a murderer, but at the point, I feel that he was also young at the point of the murder. But then I think that he also should have been. I'm more of the factor of, like, rehabilitation with prison. I don't think someone should be in life for prison without the possibility of parole. I think that is inherently wrong and cruel and unusual punishment. I think that people should try to be rehabilitated. And when these
Yeah.
crimes happen at a young age, indeed that's what happened in this case, I think that these people should try to go through therapy, go through all these trainings and stuff, and become a functioning member of society, versus being in prison for the rest of their lives. And that's the part that I would be like, yes, he did kill someone, but I think this isn't a like series of events that will cause him to commit these types of crimes in the future. This was a very, very special case that happened, and I think
the
that he should be
context
free.
the context should
Yes.
be taken into account more. Like,
Yes.
is it
Yes.
is it a murderer who kills several people in extremely cruel ways for his
Yeah.
own enjoyment, or is
has
it
a
this kind of like, I
history.
want to help someone, and
Yes.
somehow I have the illusion that murdering would be the good, like, it's a
Yeah.
different case. Of course,
Yeah, and I
I
think
do think that when you take someone's life, even if there is a kind of good intention in that,
yes,
you should get some kind of punishment.
I agree.
That's
And
the
I
law.
think
I mean, that's
yes.
why law is there,
Yeah.
but there should be a balance. Like,
Yes, I
what
agree.
kind of punishment it
Yeah,
is.
I'm very in agreement that both of them were in prison, but I do believe that both of them should have gotten a more, like, she can be in prison for as long as she did, because that's still like a lenient sentence, like, compared to the crime. But then at the same time, I think he should have also gotten a way more lenient sentence, maybe 10 to 15 years in prison, rehabilitation, whatever. And yeah, I just feel now
Maybe
for
the without parole part is a little bit
that's a bit
harsh.
tricky, that's very, very harsh. Yeah.
Some extra info about the guy, Nick. So Wikipedia says that he also had a criminal record for indecent exposure and a history of mental illness, sometimes reported as dissociative identity disorder. He also has autism spectrum disorder. But I don't know. I
Yes.
don't know if like all of these are confirmed or, just like what I quickly Googled here, but he did have a history of mental illness too. So I don't know how much they took that into account.
Which I'm also thinking, like, I also feel like this dissociative disorder and stuff, like, would make you more apt to believe in fantasy, and also this type of, like, role that you need to take on as the savior, the person that, because they did a lot of role playing in their online, sexy talk and stuff, is what I remember. And yeah, so I just feel like it almost seems that he was taken advantage of. I'm not saying that she intentionally did this, but she indeed maybe accidentally found someone who is more apt to. It's just a series of unfortunate events, basically, like, in this regard.
Yeah,
And
like,
I
somehow
just feel
I would consider this, if he indeed does have this type of problems, that they should lead him to get more of rehabilitation and therapy and treatment to help him live a better life
Yeah.
instead of living the rest of his life in prison.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just that's a whole another podcast like that we could
Yeah.
spend, I don't know, 20 million years on the penal system and whatever in the States, because it's just all sorts of fucked up. Usually the crime or the punishment does not fit the crime. And in this
Yeah.
regard, I am of the opinion that it doesn't fit the crime, but fight me.
Yeah.
Fight me. Fight me
Well,
about
maybe someone will.
it.
So some other parts of this news story that I found about her. So Gypsy is released today when we are recording this, so 28th of December. And apparently she also shared her plans, including attending a Kansas City Chiefs game and hoping to meet Taylor Swift, whose music helped her through trauma and imprisonment. That's her plan after she gets out. And I also read that Penguin Random House is publishing an ebook entitled Released Conversations on the Eve of Freedom that's narrating Gypsy's challenging upbringing and abuse. And it's going to be released on the 9th of January, 2024.
Okay, but at least it seems like there's a bit of compassion maybe for her. It doesn't seem like some of these other cases, like the one case that I think it was Canada. Anyway, whatever, like the one case that I need to somehow Google so I can actually bring up. But that is a bit more like just wanting to hide something and killing your parents because you're ashamed, route. But this just seems a bit more sympathy evoking because of the abuse, I think. And it's it's very tricky, this case, in my opinion.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can maybe recommend a documentary about it. It's called Mommy, Dad, and Dearest.
Yeah, we watched it with
watched
our
it.
with our psychology or like our PhD group.
Yeah. It's an HBO documentary, I think. So that's pretty good. There's also the movie that Petra, you mentioned about it. I think that's also HBO. Can we say things like HBO here? Probably we can, right?
Yeah, or should I beep it out?
We are not being paid.
Beep. Yeah, we're not being paid. Yeah, this is not a paid advertisement. We are not. Yes, we are not sponsored by HBO or HBO Nordic or whatever, HBO Max now, or what is it?
Or just Max.
Oh,
Is it
yeah,
just Max, not
because it
even
used to be,
HBO?
it used to be Nordic, and yeah.
Yeah.
And I also wanted to recommend a podcast to both of you, which is not about this case, but another case that's similar in many ways and not exactly similar in a lot of other ways, but it's a really good podcast by the BBC. It's called Believe in Magic, and I highly recommend it. It's very addictive. It's like an investigative journalism type podcast.
Oh yeah, so I found the murder that I was trying to allude to. At least I'm happy that I remember that it happened in Canada, and it was in 2006. It was the Richardson family murders, where there was a triple murder. Basically, the 12-year-old daughter, Jasmine Richardson, and her 23-year-old boyfriend, Jeremy Steinke, basically murdered the parents because she was young and wanted to go and live and whatever, and so they murdered the parents and then also the younger brother. So and that was in Canada, and I think she's out actually. Her
Okay.
10-year
I think,
sentence was completed in 2016. So
yeah, I remember something about this case, but not really in detail.
yeah.
Okay, that was our very long first news story. So this was not like not the one that you found on Facebook, Laura, was it?
No.
What did you find then, Laura?
I found a bit of a cult case. I was like, what? Because there's this I don't know, I think I was watching either Instagram Reels or something or Facebook, and then sometimes they have the Facebook Reels nowadays. And there was like this cool like denim jacket that this cool denim jacket that I found. And it had like this I think it was like a little bit of a cityscape and stuff, and it looked like it was drawn on, bedazzled and stuff, and I was like, ooh, nice nice denim jacket. I'd wear that, right? And she was like, oh, I'm gonna see how much it's worth because she got it for like at the thrift store like $10 or whatever. And so she was gonna see how much it was actually worth because it was name brand. And then she decided to search for this Alamo jean jacket. And apparently she went down this like rabbit hole of what
I saw this. I think I saw this.
yeah, right? Like, so there's apparently, and I just pulled up an article on Refinery 29, and it was like, how brutal cult leader Tony Alamo amassed a fortune with bedazzled denim jackets. And I was like, what the fuck? So yeah, that's the case that I was like, kind of crime related, but not really, because it's just like denim jacket, and they looked kind of cool because, you know, they were a big hit back in the 80s. And then, yeah,
Or
this
maybe I
guy,
didn't. Maybe I'm thinking about something else. Actually, I'm not sure if I know this one. Okay,
yeah.
go
No
ahead.
idea.
So I don't know. I'm not super. I didn't go really into detail with the the searching, but apparently these jackets were assembled in a factory in Alamo, Arkansas, and so yeah, this guy kind of just, you know, heavily bedazzled these jackets and whatnot, and he basically amassed these children workers and stuff where they had rhinestone stations and putting them on denim jackets, and using their small fingers they dropped row after row of Swarovski stones into tiny fittings and stuff like that. And then like the working conditions were fucking horrible, like because of course like the bleach fumes that they used to actually make the jacket pictures and stuff of like cityscapes and whatnot. And it was basically like 150 people, men, women, and children, worked as long as 14 hours on these jackets. And they were kind of like the hippest jacket you could have. I mean, Dolly Parton wore them, Mike Tyson wore them, Brooke Shields, Burt Reynolds, even like even Michael Jackson, I guess, at some point. And they were like the coolest shit you can have. And then now like people are even wearing them as kind of vintage clothes. And then, but this guy also had a fucking cult because he was like a Christian cult leader. So it's just, I feel like I need to delve more into this, but I was like, what? It's a bit lighthearted, but not lighthearted at the same time because it's not real murder. But they, Alamo and
Yeah,
his
up to
wife,
this
they
point, this just sounds like a modern
normal
fashion
yeah.
industry.
Yes. But then
Yeah.
apparently in 1969, the couple had found this Alamo Christian Foundation. And so they had, by the mid 70s, like thousands of followers of this actual like Christian religion thingy, whatever. And they referred to themselves as Jesus freaks. And yeah, so they were super like evangelist movement of Christianity. So like, you know, speaking out on the Lord and whatever. And this couple like mostly targeted women and men living in the LA streets, so like on Skid Row and whatnot, and offered them free meals and stuff to be in their Christian cult. And yeah, so yeah, I don't know, just kind of interesting. And yeah.
So
Not really.
maybe there's more to the story in the to
Yeah.
the cult aspect.
Yes. I would say so. And I guess there's like, you know, terrorized followers and physically punishing them and like emotionally and sexually like legit like cult shit basically. But it all started with denim jackets. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah.
I
Okay.
I
That's
think I
all I
did
have to
hear
say.
something about this, but it's
And I mean, I think this was like a peak, you know, in interest back in like 2018. So I'm really late to the game, but I found it fascinating. So I had to share it because why not share it here? Because I think cults also fit into this.
yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Did you have a case, Petra?
Well, I just first I need to double check from you that have I talked about this previously about the
Wait, you
Sarjasy-
or you?
you too, like
Oh.
you guys,
Okay.
this
Yeah.
criminal called Sarjasyömäri.
Sarjasyömäri. No, I don't think so.
Okay, then I
No,
can.
wait, you did.
Yeah, I did.
The serial eater, right?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
this?
Did I
Yeah,
talk
you did.
about it in this
Yes.
podcast?
Oh,
Yeah,
the
you did.
restaurant. guy.
Yeah,
Okay,
the restaurant guy.
then yeah, then I won't talk about. There was just new news about him
Oh,
today.
no,
I
but you
mean,
can
he
put
is,
the
But
new
you should share that.
news.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, share the
And
new
I
news.
don't think we like it was aired when we were talking about it. And if there's like updates, then definitely.
No, there
we can-
yeah.
it
And I don't
was.
know how much into details I went
Well,
about.
basically, we
what?
talked. No, we talked about. I'll just recap, or yeah, because I did the recording,
Yeah.
like editing. But it was basically we went into the detail of like the shame of being caught doing something because it was in the episode of Victoria,
Oh.
and basically the latest episode of the Flying Gizzy
Mhm.
about stealing and stuff and this type of like kleptomania. But then this guy was a bit different, where he would just sit in the restaurant, order all the
Mhm.
food, and then he just wouldn't pay.
Yeah.
He wouldn't run, he wouldn't dine and dash, he just wouldn't pay, and he'd just sit there, and then the cops would come and he'd get arrested or whatever, and yeah, fined or something like that. So yeah, that's the serial eater.
Yeah. Well, this is news just from today. And the title is Huijarisyömäri iski taas. Basically. What is
Strikes
huijari?
again.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
strikes again.
How do you say huijari in English? Like
Connor or con artist or
yeah,
something like
like
a yeah.
con eater strikes again.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, do I even want to? I mean, he seems like a dickhead, honestly.
Really?
Sorry.
So
Yeah,
not
yeah.
like
I mean,
not like a Robin Hood kind of like, yeah, stand up for the
no.
man, but
And the thing is, okay, so this guy has been doing this for like years and years. And he's apparently known amongst the restaurants and like people in the restaurant industry. He's known by the
Oh.
police. He's gotten lots of sentences in prison and fees. But you can't keep someone in prison for this type of crime that long. So this time he had eaten several like ethnic restaurants, and then he had apparently also peed into an elevator in a hotel. I don't know what was that, but yeah, then he got sentenced for 4 months in jail. So the sentences are like this that you can give for this type of financial crime. So I'm sure that the restaurants are very irritated, but I guess like his picture is shared among all the people who have been in the restaurant industry for a longer time. And he has done this all long from the 90s. So like it's
oh shit.
horrible. Yeah, he just keeps doing it. And he has said to the police that I will keep doing this. Like forever.
Wow.
But the thing is that it's not even his worst crime, but he actually murdered his own mother in 92.
Okay.
So
Because I
so
was gonna
he's-
say,
yeah.
I was about to say, like, this guy sounds on the surface level, okay, the wanting to get caught, this type of like shame thing, whatever. And then I was gonna say, like, and then the pissing in public, whatever. It's
Yeah.
like I'm like this would seem almost like a ramping up of something, but then yeah, okay, murdering your own mom.
But is it like
Interesting.
maybe like these kind of more like like less serious crimes or more like minor things that he's committing with these like not paying in restaurants and things like that and being in an elevator? Is it kind of just a way for him to like release the pressure that's building up so he doesn't actually commit something more serious? But he's
Yeah.
just
I was
don't
even
know.
I was thinking that, or maybe because like okay, I don't know, maybe this is just me really, really speculating, like off the fucking meter speculation. Thinking that your mom, I just feel that like maybe the mother could have been this type of disciplinarian in his life. And then since murdering her or whatever, like when did the murder happen? Before or after this event? These events that he keeps doing, I wonder. Like, because I would just think that his actions of sitting in a restaurant and then like the most disciplinarian that you could accomplish or meet after your own mother would be the police, right? So he's kind of being scolded. He's being like this type of like, I miss my mom kind of thing, but like in such a way that he misses the disciplinary action of his mother. And that's why he actually acts out these things, because he doesn't kill anybody. He doesn't do anything major. He gets out in a bit. He gets like kind of like a slap on the wrist, but he wants. He doesn't need anything else,
Yeah, but there's more.
Oh no.
So yeah, anyway, he was in prison for 7 years. He was sentenced with like without responsibility. Like what is it in English? Like that you are not
What's it in
seen
Finnish?
as täyttä ymmärrystä vailla tehty tappo. So
Okay,
you
so
kill
he
someone
wasn't.
with partially respond. It was a word
He wasn't
for it.
fully aware of like the full awareness or whatever behind the killings or something. Maybe like mentally unstable or something. For
Yeah,
instance,
like
right?
having
Yeah.
diminished
Yes.
responsibility or
Yes.
partially responsible seem to be the terms.
Yeah.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
That
Yeah.
So something was not. He was not in his right mind.
Mhm,
But he has also been sentenced after that for sexual child abuse. So
No. Okay, fuck this
yeah,
guy.
so I think he's
It's
very
getting-
Fuck
like
this guy.
yeah.
Yeah, it's good
So-
that you brought this up because I think last episode we were like, haha, not
Yeah.
that serious.
Yeah,
But-
but
Yeah, because
fuck
now
this
that I
fucking
started
guy.
reading, I'm like, okay, it's not just like this funny restaurant guy, but he actually has done pretty serious crime too.
Mhm.
Fuck
So-
him. Wow.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. I mean, I think he probably has some kind of, sociopathy or something that he just doesn't feel bad about anything. I don't know.
So, like, what is the solution? That he's just like, I mean, it's not that serious. Like, he can go to prison for 4 months, get out. and, like,
yeah. I mean, anywhere else, like if he was in the fucking States, he'd be in prison for a really long time at this point. Because I think
Yeah.
okay, killing his mother, sexual child abuse, like I mean, depends on, okay, of course, which decade that was in. But does it say what year this occurred?
Yeah, 2007. So
Oh,
10 years after he was
Ah.
released from the prison. So, like, it doesn't seem that he gets better or
no, fuck this guy. I just want
Yeah.
to see his photo. Is there a photo of him?
Yeah.
I want to see him. I just want to see if I've ever seen
what's
his
his
fucking
name?
face.
We don't have to leave it in
We
the
don't
episode.
have
if we don't
it.
want to.
I didn't find his name. Probably you can find it from some, if you go to the
Google search. Google image search. He's on Facebook
yeah.
and he's like, no, I'm joking.
No, but what are they? What is the place? Court decisions are public per default in Finland. I assume that this child abuse case is not, but I would assume that these food things are public. Like if there's no reason to make it private, then it's public by default.
Fucking hell. Jesus. He stabbed and strangled his own mother to death.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
Now I got really sad about this guy. Like,
Yeah.
the existence, the fact he exists.
Yeah. I'm just like thinking
So
of all the lives he's affected. Like, what an asshole.
He was in prison for such a short time then, but like why? Like, I mean, I understand that he wasn't. I don't know. He had partial responsibility or whatever it's called, but like, what is wrong with him? Like, what did they say? Like, why? Why? Okay. Also, it's just like how threatening like people can feel in these restaurants if he goes there to eat, but like he doesn't necessarily do anything bad right away, right? Like, so you can't
But I
really
mean-
say that, oh, you should leave, or can they?
But can't you? Because like you have a right to like
Yeah,
say,
I'm
"Hey,
sure
we're not
like
gonna serve you."
any restaurant who recognizes him is like, leave. You are not served here. That's what you can do.
Mhm.
You don't have to serve anyone you don't want. Like, of course, if there is a racist motivation or something like that, then you can be in problems. I mean, as a restaurant
yeah.
owner. But if it's just like your previous actions, yeah, it's totally okay to do that. But
Okay. Yeah.
I
But
guess
like,
the restaurant industry, it's big and the new restaurant owners all the time, so they might not have this information of how he
yeah.
looks and yeah. That like because it especially mentioned like this, I don't remember, but like Mexican, Italian or Thai restaurant or so. So it might be that he was purposely trying to go to these newer, maybe like immigrant-owned restaurants, assuming that maybe they don't know him yet. Who
Mhm.
knows?
Fucking
Like that the
dickhead.
old restaurants who has been here for a longer time probably know him quite well.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
has no chance there.
So what does he do when they ask him to pay in the end? Because like he doesn't flee, right?
Yeah, he
He
just
just
says it.
refuses to.
Yeah.
Is he like arguing? Does he get
He
aggressive or?
says,
I don't
I
know.
went to a restaurant in Veruska or whatever on the
Yeah,
16th of April of 2019 in the evening. I didn't have any money because I didn't get any like, what is it, like social benefits or
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm sure
vastuks,
that
yeah.
that's the only money he has ever gotten.
Yeah, and then he
Doesn't
ordered,
seem like
however,
working
food and
for-
drink together. It was about over 130 euros and whatever. Like, yeah, but still, I knew that I would still enjoy the food and the drink, like, yeah, without paying. Whatever, fucking asshole. Yeah.
130 euros. So it's not about
Yeah.
him being like hungry, and not
No,
being
Yeah,
because
he
able
that's
orders
to.
like
yeah,
alcohol and like
yeah, food and
kind of
drinks.
having
Yeah.
a good night out type of
Yeah, because that's like
case.
quite a lot of food. Like even if you went to a, I don't know, fancy restaurant,
Yeah,
130
3-course
euros is like,
menu, alcohol.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely. Yeah. But for example, this one article says like tämän jälkeen Syömäri oli tapojensa mukaisesti kehottanut ravintoloitsijaa soittamaan poliisille. So apparently what he usually does is to like say that nope, not paying. You go ahead and call the
Yeah.
police.
Yeah.
So
And
that's
then
like
they
style.
do, and he leaves, or does he wait for the police?
Yeah, he apparently
Yeah.
waits.
Yeah, he just like and another thing he went to this like pizzeria Morrison and then he didn't have any money, but he ordered still food and drink and together it was 71 euros. Like, okay, I think this is also a very cultural thing to bring up that okay, in Finland, in Helsinki, a pizza is probably even the most expensive pizza is probably going to be the most top, I would say, 18, 20 euros
Yeah.
max. And that's like
Yeah.
the fucking fanciest pizza, right? Normally
I would
they're
say
like
25 if you like really fancy
if
pizza.
okay
25.
okay
Yeah.
super fancy pizza 25 with like buffalo mozzarella and like I don't
Specialty
know
ingredients.
porcini
Yeah.
mushrooms and flown in from fucking Italy
Oysters.
like is yeah something super fancy with like reindeer meat and whatever 25 euros and then let's say that a beer in one of these establishments is also probably like I don't know 10 euros 12 euros. So this guy could
Yeah.
have easily gotten like a beer and a pizza for 30 something euros, but then he spends 71 euros instead.
Yeah, I suppose like he orders a couple of alcoholic drinks.
Oh fuck, and in Ravintola Amarillo or Amarillo as Finns say, 111 euros.
Wow.
What? That's like a chain fucking I don't know, chain restaurant that's kind of Mexican but not really a restaurant. Wow. Okay. What a dickhead. He really goes for like the most expensive and he just like eats everything that he wants to possibly order.
Yeah. It seems like he
Wow.
will have a couple of dishes and some
Yeah.
expensive alcohol. I don't know.
Yeah, he drinks Jameson whiskey and then yeah, like oh wow. Yeah. Amarillo on Alexandrin Katu. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Wait, is he 70 years old?
50.
No, it's the 70-year-old guy is another guy. We have two.
Oh,
what this is, like a
Okay.
trend. I hope no one starts to, repeat a crime because of our podcast. I don't think
Yeah,
this
this
is.
guy was like in 2019 he was 50 years old, so
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So 54. Like, but from the back he looks like a young dude, especially with like the gauged
Mhm.
ears.
Yeah, he seems kind of
In a
young,
way,
but
he has
you're
made
finished.
also himself quite recognizable with these accessories, tattoos, whatever.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like if I
I
ever see this type of dude, I'm like, "Oh my god, it's the earrings. It's the earrings. It's this
and then you will
it's the
go to the
serial
restaurant
eater."
owner like, Psst, be careful. I think that is the infamous Sarjasyömäri.
Yeah.
Don't serve him.
Really though.
Oh my
Honestly though.
God. What
Let's
an
not
asshole! Like
have this
really.
in the
Yeah.
podcast.
Fuck this guy. Fuck this guy.
But maybe we shouldn't be describing his appearance. I don't
He
know.
deserves it.
I
He's on
don't know.
Iltalehti.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah,
much
I
public
guess.
information. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Wow. Fucked up.
Yeah, agreed. Well, do we need to do an exit on this? Or is this kind of like free? free for all?
Yeah,
But yeah.
no. We can say that, okay. That was it.
Yeah.
We will the next story, the next actual story will be
Will be
aired
next week.
next week.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if you like this kind of us randomly talking about news type of episode, let us know and we'll maybe do more of this.
Yeah, I think it'd be kind of nice to get some actual feedback from people. If we want to do this, then we can, I don't know, prepare and discuss stuff, and then yeah, be kind of nice to do instead of having to do so much research for one episode. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, okay. Heippa Ralla.
Moro.
Bye.